This is the third and final part to my multimedia task 1 to do with the clowns and cops video. This part's going to concentrate on analysis of the video and the sound design. One of the things I realised about the sound design I left it for a few days and I listened to it again. I found it perhaps didn't have enough variance through the whole video. It was each section sounds kind of similar, rather than perhaps it might have been a better idea to change the sounds within each section at some point, just to give it a just have it sound a bit different at different points, perhaps. It's quite short, so I think it doesn't harm it as much as it would if it was a longer piece, but perhaps for future kind of notation it might be better to keep that under consideration. And the other thing I was a bit critical of was that there were parts of the video where you're very close to kind of heat. Like there's a part in the hospital where there's like this explosion going on, the camera goes right towards it. And one of the things I wanted to get across when I started was to represent the concept of heat within that part. The idea I had was to record something like boiling water or something or gas or something, and have it so that it would be kind of panned to the left side, which is where it is in the video. And as you go across it, you kind of get this feel of heat towards your left side. But when I kind of tried to implement it, I found it just didn't really work very well. It wasn't really convincing, so I ended up taking it out. So that was my initial idea of how to represent that, but it didn't really work out. So it just ended up not making the cut into the final piece. So it might be worth kind of considering different ways to implement that kind of feel to it. And another thing is, as I said previously, I moved away from doing this very kind of intricate design with each different sound representative into something more simple to represent an atmosphere instead. And I think perhaps it might have been worth trying to use a mixture of those two ideas, and perhaps have this ambient sound that I did in the video, and then also have pieces of diegetic sound within that's representative of what's going on screen. That might have added another layer to it, perhaps. But I wasn't really happy with some of the more diegetic sounds I had, so I ended up not using them. And perhaps a final criticism is when I had other people listen to it, well, one of them said it was that she got the point of the beeping in the hospital section, but it wasn't immediately clear about why there was this beeping going on. In a way, I think that's a good concept to kind of get the viewer thinking, but the other person I had listened to it just said that they didn't get it at all. So it maybe didn't represent. They said that it didn't represent the heart monitor sound that I wanted quite as well, because mainly to do with the timing in that, because it's a slower sound because the scene is quite slow. It maybe takes away some of the impact of the speed of a normal kind of heart monitor. So it might have been worth kind of foregoing the slowing down section of that in order to get a more clear idea of the concept of the heart monitor across. But I think that's something that will differ from each person that views it. So I'm not entirely certain about whether that would have been a better idea to do that or to leave it. But it's something that, because I've had someone say that it wasn't necessarily clear, it's obvious that it might be something to look at, but I think it'd require more analysis and more people listening to it to get feedback on it, really. Some of the things I did like about it were the fact that the sounds are simple, so it's not kind of bombarding you with anything. It complements the video well, in that the sound design isn't in your face the whole time. So you're kind of you're having this sound which complements the video, so you can kind of explore the different things on the screen. I think that was what I was aiming for, and I got that across quite well, I thought. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. That's the end of this part, and that's the end of the analysis of this project. So thanks.